Hey guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video we're going through the GWS versus Melbourne game, going through how Melbourne just absolutely ran away with this game. I believe in the second half they won it by like 40 or 50 honestly. HORE had a massive game, a 142 from her from 23 disposals, 8 marks, 6 tackles and 5 goals too. Absolutely ran away with the game. So we'll see what happens I guess with HORE in the fact that she seems to be an on-baller and, I mean, she kicked 5 goals in itself, so that's just crazy. And yeah, just looking at the stats down here, 8 goals, 4 to 1 goal, 3 in the second half. What's that? 52 to 9 in the second half. So, I mean, in the first half it was 47 to 13, second half 52 to 9. So, I mean, it was just an all-round beatdown from Melbourne. And yeah, in the last quarter alone, it was 7 goals, 2 to 1 point. So it was 44 to 1 in the last quarter, and they just ran away with it, to be honest. So before we get into the video, remember to like and subscribe, turn the notification bell on so you know when I upload, and let's get into the video. So as you can see here for GWS, they had 3 girls go 100% time on ground, which is quite ridiculous. Parker here, 100% time on ground for a 90. 20 touches, 3 and 8 tackles. So as you can see with the last couple of game reviews, you've been really seeing a high tackle number gets the job done. Goldsworthy back in the know. If we look at Goldsworthy, 588 forward. If we look at here and we go AFLW and we go CBAs, is the role still there for Goldsworthy? Is the role still there? The role's getting better, so watch out for that. Lister as well, the role is there for her. So even though she didn't play, she was a late out, Lister. She could be one to look at. And I say that as in, if she shows promise in the next game, she could just be an easy trade out for Thomas, who will be around even cash-wise, and then I can upgrade, I can get rid of McDonald for someone else and upgrade Heads, it looks like, up to a Gabby Pound or a Priest or something like that. I can really look to upgrade my defense. And yeah, so there is that. As Goldsworthy, yeah, she went 81, had the role. I think the role's not only is going to get better. So watch out for that. Bar 78, just a really good disposal game for her. Just didn't have the non-disposals. Beeson 77 again, really good non-disposal effort. What's that? 20 plus 12, so 32. Just didn't get the disposals really, or the disposal split to get up there. Tiny Evans 17-3, 17 kicks, 3 handballs, 3 and 3, and then 2 and 2 sort of killed that. That would have been a 78 if she had a free kick differential of 0. And then only 3 marks sort of did, and that is a little bit annoying. You'd like to see a sort of 5 and 5. As that would be an 88 in itself, and then the free kicks would bring it up to a 92. So I still think the role is there for Tiny Evans. Just a slight down game. A 74 is still really respectable, but would like to see it a little bit better than that. Alicia Evans, 74. Jodie Hicks, 60. Georgia Garnett, 56. Pepper Randall, 48. These girls don't really matter too much. And then obviously Fleur Davies, 44 with 13 hitouts is annoying. She just didn't get the marks and tackles or the disposals really to get up there. And only 13 hitouts really didn't help that I didn't think that the Melbourne rucks would dominate, but they did. Melbourne just dominated across the field. So anyway, that is pretty much all of the GWS girls to talk about. Then you move over to Melbourne, and it was just the HORE show, basically. If we go to here and we go to AFLW, then we go to live scoring, because it's this way, and then we go to the last game of the round, GWS versus Melbourne. Then we go quarter by quarter. You will see an 84. She scored 84 points in the quarter. That would be, for a whole game, the second top for everyone on GWS. I'm just going to bring up her stats in the first quarter alone. She had 3 goals straight, 13 disposals, 10 of which were kicks, 3 handballs, 5 marks and 3 tackles, and I believe she might have even had a couple of, if we look at free kicks, 4. She had 3 free kicks, 4, and any free kicks against in that quarter? No, she had the perfect quarter. That's all that it was. So yeah, just a mammoth quarter from HORE, and that pretty much just set me way behind in the game. And that's probably why I was so annoyed, was that I completely missed this from HORE. If we go back here and we look at the CBAs, you'll see here that I just thought HORE was just a down premium that wasn't scoring too well and was a out and out forward. Whereas if you look at not if we look here, HORE, you can see not really 33% and 23%. So I mean, she isn't really getting the CBAs, but she was named in the center, I believe. I think she just got moved forward. I don't know whether it was the second half or something like that moved her forward, but yeah, I think she just got moved up forward, and that really didn't help. I'm just trying to see if I can get the CBAs come up here. Do they actually show them on this or not? Let me see. They don't come up on the AFL app as stats wise, so this is the only way we can see them. And I don't know if she when the CBAs occurred, but yeah, she definitely was a little bit lower on CBAs because it was Pierce, Hanks, West, Purcell, Purcell who really got the CBA balance. And as you can see, Purcell 111. If we look here, is Purcell she's a midfielder. I'll bring up Melbourne here because it'll make it easier. So you got Melbourne. We don't need defenders. And then you go by round points. Lambert, where was Lambert in the middle? Doesn't look like Lambert was in the middle at all, so I don't know if that role is going to be able to continue because Lambert had 22 touches, 4 and 6, but an interesting one to keep track of as Lambert could easily go up in price very, very quickly. 782 at the moment, and yeah, if she holds that role next week and gets a really high score next week, that would be interesting. Hanks 95, a midfielder I believe as well. Hanks midfielder, and then Pierce, and then McNamara. The next interesting player to actually score was Mackin at 54, so not really anyone. These are all the midfielders are here basically, except for HORE and Lambert. So yeah, that pretty much is the video there. There's nothing much to talk about with this game. I mean, it was just an onslaught from Melbourne, and really just the mid scoring really highly for Melbourne, but not high enough to be included in sort of the analysis in terms of top 5, because you've got Rowbottom, you've got Davey, you've got Prespakis, you've got Wittard, you've got Randall, and you've got you've got Riddle, and you've got Garner. That right there is 6 already. Then you've got Bowers, then you've got Marinoff, who's gone. I think Marinoff's gone, 118. Like, look at the midfielders, and then you'll see the sort of gap forming. You'll see, so 138, 137, 132, 128, 118, 118, 114, 114, 106, 103, 103, 101, 98, 97, 95. The first Melbourne midfielder to come in is Purcell at 88, if I didn't miss anyone. Doesn't look like I did from anyone from Melbourne. So yeah, there's just a massive, if you can somehow get a midfield of this 5 of Garner, Bowers, Rowbottom, Riddell, Marinoff, then that is a crazy midfield. Especially because Marinoff has the backing. I think Prespakis will turn up again, but I think Prespakis should have a week where she got an 89 or whatever. She went down 31k, and I believe she's going to have a break-even split of around about 120, 130. If she has another bad game, she'll go down a little bit more, so you could probably pick up Prespakis after the North Melbourne game and pick her up a lot cheaper. I mean, if I just quickly look at round 3, Geelong, and then round 4, they have got Port. Yeah, you should be picking up Prespakis next week, probably. For me, it'll be for Benici or something like that, as she will go up to, I think, 1.2, 1.1 and a bit, or Swanson, depending on who scores lower out of those two. And yeah, so that is pretty much the video. And tomorrow you will be seeing my round review, even though you've pretty much already seen my team enough. Then you will see also probably, I'm going to say, my trade targets, as well as, I don't know what else will be, but we'll see on that one. It may be a later video depending on when I can get time to record it, etc. But we'll wait and see in that one. Anyway, that is the video, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks guys. Goodbye.